Hello guys, it's that time of the week. So I've made myself comfortable here just to be comfortable and talk to you because we need to have a talk. I personally think it's so difficult to find deeper information about crested geckos online in one place. As the years go by, more informations are shared, but you have to do some research, a lot of research. You have to take some and leave some, like with anything. This is why I decided to make a video with the most useful and important informations, in my opinion, that I thought of to guide you on the right path, the path of being a crested gecko parent. So I'm going to give you facts, lots of facts. Take a pen or save the video. So with the basiest informations of all, crested geckos, Coryllophus ciliatus, come from New Caledonia, a French territory made up of dozens of islands in the South Pacific Ocean. There are 4 species of geckos that are always related when we talk about New Caledonia. Crested geckos that we also call cresties, the gargoyles, the chawas, also called chewies, and the Leachianus, New Caledonian giant gecko, that we also call lychee. Yes, these geckos look similar when you're not used to see them, but they have their own characteristics. Crested geckos will, without questions, have crests. The crests start from the eyes and extend to the base of the tail. They are nocturnal animals, so don't be surprised if they never move when you look at them during the day. Unlike other species, crested geckos' tails, when dropped, won't grow back. They lose it in cases of great stress when they feel threatened for any reason. Some cresties will lose their tail only because you sneezed while handling them. Might seem dumb for you, but we're big giants to them. They're cold-blooded animals. They like being in your hand for your warmth, and that sometimes, really often, causes the gecko to shit and pee in your hands. It's like all of their little body activates when you're handling them. Don't get me wrong, cresties like when it's hot, but not too hot. Crested geckos do not tolerate heat well. Reptile heating lamps and mats are not made for crested animals. Do not buy a heating lamp nor a heating mat. In addition to not being good for their health, it can literally be harmful. Don't buy that. Talking of harmful, cresties are the sweetest and most, in my opinion, handleable geckos with their little cutie smiles. I've been bitten once and it was my juvenile, and that's because I've squeezed her by accident, of course. Just a warning like, Mom, you're gonna kill me, I'm here. They are jumpers and they won't care where they'll jump. That's their little no brain cell side. They'll jump wherever and whenever they want. Crested geckos are like made of steel or something. They'll arrive flat on the ground from a 2 meters fall and will just continue to walk like if nothing happened. A crested gecko can live to 20 years in captivity under excellent care. They'll usually live for around 15 years. On average, females will be bigger than males. An adult crested gecko should be between 40 and 60 grams. However, they can weigh more and not be overweight, just big crested geckos. My biggest female is 64 grams and not overweight at all, just a big gal. A crested gecko is so easy to care for. Like I've said before, no heating shit is needed. You seriously just have to feed and mist them, period. Watching the humidity is important, but you don't have to be a psycho about it. Mist the terrariums in the morning and before you go to sleep and you'll be all set. Talking of terrariums, an adult crested gecko should be in an 18 by 18 by 24 inches terrarium minimum. If you want to get it bigger the better, but you're rich. Your gecko will feel safe with lots of plants, branches, and hides in his home. You have to fill the tank almost entirely. In Canada, you can get terrariums in the size I told you from Reptizoo, Exoterra, Magazoo. These are the brands I can recommend. A crested gecko should be living alone. Housing crested geckos will never be recommended. If it was to you, cresties are solitary animals. 2 females will usually be the best fit when together. A male and a female will be put together sometimes because they are a pair, but they always should be under surveillance. Housing 2 males together should be illegal. If you do that, you might find one dead in the morning, and I'll dead you. But again, just don't house your geckos together. The difference between a male and a female will usually be the big fucking pair of balls that you can see on your male that we call hemipenes in a more cutie and scientific way. But sometimes females will have a pronounced vagina. Sometimes females will have what looks like balls, so To remove all doubts, your male, if he's a he, will have what we call femoral pores. The simplest way I can put this is that these pores will be like black pimples on a ventral side between the two hind legs. Your gecko can be sexed as little as, they say 5 grams, but I would say around 7 or 8 grams. But I never take it for granted before 12 grams. With a microscope, you can clearly see if your gecko is a male. If at 15 grams your gecko doesn't show any pores, you likely have a little cresty female. Another way to make sure of your shit is the pores are round on females. Females will have rounder pores, and males tend to have like spiky pores on the ventral area with the pores, obviously. Now about gecko reproduction, one of my favorite subjects. I seriously think gecko reproduction is just so interesting. I'm not like a sex maniac or something. Might seem like it, but I'm not. Crested Geckos mating may seem violent, but I swear if you think this is violent, you're gonna be sad when you'll see chawas. Female breeders often lose their crests over time because of the repetitive biting. Males do a mating call and will be wiggling their tail when wanting to mate with a female. A female that is not willing to mate will wiggle their tail and sometimes chirp, as seen in my first time reading Crested Geckos video.
This is an example of an extremely not willing female. The squeaky noises are her kind of don't touch me chirps. Her tail wiggling is a sign that she's going to drop it.
They might also snap the male. A willing female will honestly just let it happen and help the male by lifting her tail. It takes about a month for females to lay a clutch of eggs. A clutch is always composed of 2 eggs. I won't go in details, but just for you guys to know the struggles that come with breeding is real. By example, a female could be egg-bound, which means that one or more eggs are caught inside of her. For a male, a problem that could occur is a significant loss of weight, caused mainly by the stress of mating. Hence the importance of giving them a healthy and stable environment in terms of temperature, humidity, and above all, giving calcium. A good way to tell if a crested gecko is healthy are his calcium sacs. If they're white and round, you're good. If they're small, gray, and or black, fuck. These sacs are located in the gecko's throat, visible through the mouth. That is good for both male and female. Eggs hatch between 60 and 120 days. We call the babies fresh out of the egg hatchlings. They're not heavier than 2 grams and so small. They're small. There's a theory in the hobby that advises that the temperature of incubation might affect if the babies are going to be males or females, but nothing is proven at the moment. What we certainly know is babies that have been incubated in lower temperatures will take long to hatch, but are the strongest and most developed babies. In a terse way, healthy babies. Females can retain sperm for as long as 10 and sometimes 12 months. Usually it will be around 8 months with good clutches. So all eggs fertile for 8 clutches with the pair being put together only 1 time. Eggs that are not fertile are called duds. And my favorite subject above all is cresties morphs. Morph in Crested Geckos world means the different colors and patterns found within the species. It is just so interesting and incredibly satisfying to follow. The number of morphs is incalculable and increases from year to year. As time progresses, new morphs are discovered. Currently in the hobby in 2024, the most expensive Crested Gecko morphs are the 100% exotic pair with a lily white, cappuccinos, frappuccinos, that is a pairing with a cappuccino and a lily white, and sables. Lily whites are crashing at the moment and I think it won't be going up. I will be doing a video on morphs in better details and explained in a simple way for you to understand, but to know everything and be an expert. So I think that wraps it up. If ever you have something you're wondering, don't hesitate to comment your question. I'll answer it the best I can. And how did I find all of these informations? All thanks to our community. The reptile community is just a world that so much people miss on. People make so much content to try and help others on their journey, and that's what I'm also trying to do here. I just really wanted to make the most out of all of the information I know right now. The best way to inform yourself is through Facebook groups and communities. Watch YouTube videos and creators, go on morph markets, just have fun. And above all, seriously, the best you could do is to support your Crested Geckos breeder. They are the ones that can help the most and that know the most. That's how I learned so much. Follow them on their social medias, ask them questions, interact with them. That's how we grow our community. Sounds like I'm trying to sell a sect or something. Thank you for listening, and I hope I was of help. See you next Wednesday. Kisses.